Bruce Springsteen, a performer whose music you have surely heard, but whose message you may have missed, even if his latest album has sold 13 million copies. Our essayist Bill Barol of Newsweek is one of the thousands who heard Springsteen at his sold-out Giant Stadium concert.
The song is Born in the USA, the title tune from Bruce Springsteen's 7th album, sung this week on the stage of Giant Stadium in New Jersey. The album is an enormous hit, and the song has made Springsteen, already a very big rock and roll star, into something bigger, a national icon. In this year, the year that spans the '84 Summer Olympics and the '85 Summer of Rambo, the song and the performer have tapped a deep well of patriotic feeling. Springsteen's songs are simple, moving testaments to the power of faith in hard times, specifically the hard times felt by working-class Americans in the sunset days of an old industrial economy. The music has brought him enormous success. But this year, with Born in the USA, he has achieved something more. In the minds of millions, he has come to stand for America itself. Even our 74-year-old president tried to pick up the tune last September. He was campaigning for re-election at the time in Springsteen's home state of New Jersey.
America's future rests in 1,000 dreams inside your hearts. It rests in the message of hope in songs of a man so many young Americans admire, New Jersey's own Bruce Springsteen.
What's especially interesting about all this is that few people, from the president on down, seem to be listening very closely. Maybe people hear what they want to hear. In Born in the USA, they've chosen to hear an exultant, fist-shaking anthem for the new American patriotism. The only problem is, that isn't what the song is about. Listen carefully. This is the story of a young man whose life starts badly and then gets worse when he is sent to Vietnam. It's a bleak, harrowing song, and if there's a message of hope there, I can't hear it. Maybe the misinterpretation isn't all that surprising. There is hope in much of Springsteen's music. In any case, it really doesn't matter. What counts is that the song and all the ones that went before have won for Bruce Springsteen a global soapbox. What he's chosen to do with it is revealing and heartening. At every place along the road these days, Springsteen takes a minute to stop the music. This alone is unheard of. It breaks the first rule of rock and roll, which is that nothing stops the show. But what happens next is extraordinary. Standing alone at the edge of the stage, Springsteen talks to the people, and what he tells them is what lies closest to his heart. He tells them that outside the stadium walls, in their own hometowns, folks are in trouble. Not characters in songs, real people. Unemployed steelworkers in Pennsylvania, the hungry and homeless in New Jersey. Then he tells them the name of a local community action group and suggests that they get acquainted with it. The people listen, and at the end, they applaud. It's hard to imagine any other rock star doing this, and harder still to imagine them donating $10,000 at every stop, as Springsteen has done since last fall.
1, 2, 3, 4!
We pick our own heroes, and who we choose says a lot about who we are and who we want to be. Springsteen is an American hero, a real one, because he's a symbol of the best that's in us, the part of us that talks straight and treats people fairly, the part that's humble and compassionate. Maybe that's what explains the bond between Springsteen and the fans. It's a tight connection, heart to heart, and although it's unspoken, its spirit is unmistakable. What it says is this: we have promises to keep, you and I, to ourselves, to our neighbors, to America. Tonight we'll dance, but tomorrow, let's all live up to our promises.
Simply loved it about